So the Denver Broncos are 0-3, last in the AFC West Division. Week 1, they dropped a close one to the Las Vegas Raiders, 17-16, which was a winnable game for them. Since then, the Raiders have not won, but they dropped a close one. It's week 1, whatever, right? Then week 2, they lose to the Washington Commanders, 35-33. You can definitely make the case that they probably should have been 2-0 after that game. The Denver Broncos jumped out on Washington 21-3, and they were looking like the team that I'm sure a lot of people like myself were expecting them to look like. But then Jamon Davis forces a fumble from Russell Wilson, and it felt like from that point on, things just kind of went downhill. The Washington defense were getting in Russell Wilson's face, flushing him out of the pocket, making him uncomfortable, making him throw inaccurate passes. The Washington offense started to click, like everything just started going up for Washington after that fumble. But despite all that, the Denver Broncos had a chance to win the game at the last second with a Hail Mary completion, but they came up short on the 2-point conversion to tie the game and to send it into overtime and to possibly win the game. And then week 3 happened. The Denver Broncos became the first team in NFL history to be set on a rookie. They lose to the Miami Dolphins 70-20. 70-20. I was at work when I saw the score. I was like, is that right? Is that a glitch? Is that some kind of mistake by the people who operate the scoreboard? So I kept checking, and once the final score says 70-20, I said, okay, I guess that wasn't a mistake by anybody. 43 rushing attempts, 350 yards total, and 5 touchdowns. Tai Tuivasa threw the ball 26 times, had 23 completions, 4 touchdown passes. Mike White, the backup, went 2 for 2, had a touchdown pass. I mean, let's see, yak yards. Tyreek Hill had 54 yards after the catch. Raheem Mostert had 71 yak yards. Devon Achane had 43 yak yards. I'm kind of all over the place. Devon Achane, Yakyon. Did I just say Yakyon? Achane had 18 rushing attempts, 203 yards, 2 touchdowns. Raheem Mostert, 13 rushing attempts, 82 yards, 3 touchdowns. Rushing, Achane had 2 touchdowns receiving. Mostert had 1 touchdown receiving. Tyreek Hill had 1 touchdown. Robbie Chosen, not Robbie Anderson, but Robbie Chosen had 1 touchdown as well. It's like, you want a touchdown here. You want a touchdown here. You want a over 100 yard rushing day here. It was bad. That was bad. So after the game, I wanted to know what the media was saying about this performance. Were these clowns going to blame Russell Wilson because that narrative of if a team wins, it's because of the quarterback. If a team loses, it's because of the quarterback. That stupid fucking narrative. And to my surprise, not a whole lot of people blame Russell. Of course, Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless, those clowns. Russell Wilson versus Ben Roethlisberger. Now that I think about it, the whole Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning era was stupid. It was never Tom Brady versus Manning. It was the Colts versus the Patriots. It was the Broncos versus the Patriots. Anyway, disappointing. Over the recent years, the last few years, even when the Broncos were having those losing seasons, I felt that this team had a lot of talent on offense and defense. All they needed was a quarterback. And when they signed Russell, I was like, okay, now they're going to be a major player in the AFC. Well, since then, it has been a complete shit show. Now, despite the Broncos being 0-3 and giving up an absurd amount of points this past Sunday, I don't think Russell Wilson hasn't looked all that bad. I don't think the offense hasn't looked terrible. I think it's been night and day compared to last season. The defense stinks. The defense is not stopping their opponent. They're up 21-3, and you let Washington come right on back and score 35 points. Then you let Miami score 70 points on you. So how does Denver fix this? I don't know. Do they kind of blow this team up? Because that's what I'm thinking. Now, granted, it's week 3. We're going into week 4. That may be a bit of an overreaction, but at this point, maybe that's the best option. Because, my God. So do you kind of blow this team up? Do you let Sean Payton, what is Sean Payton's contract? Sean Payton, he has a $18 million, okay, according to NBC Sports Peter King, Sean Payton's contract with the Denver Broncos, or with the Broncos, is for 5 years and in the neighborhood of $18 million a year. That number would make Payton the second highest paid coach in not just the NFL, but in all of American sports. And Russell Wilson's contract with the Denver Broncos, 2023 salary cap, Wilson's $49 million per year extension runs through the 2028 season because of the 2 pre-existing contract years. Overall, he is under contract 7 years for a total of $296 million. So, do you make a decision with Russell Wilson? Do you kind of blow up the team and like keep your key pieces for the franchise? Do you keep Justin Simmons? Do you keep Patrick Surtain, even though, he didn't look very good? I mean, the defense as a whole didn't look very good. I like Cortland Sutton, despite his 2 fumbles that he had against Miami. Javonte Williams, the young running back. Do you blow up the team a little bit and allow Sean Payton to try to recreate what he had in New Orleans? I like Samaje Perine. I think he's a good quality back, especially catching out of the backfield. That's all I could think of that the Broncos can do. Do you sort of blow up this team, have Sean Payton find the players that he wants to run his style of offense? Because Sean Payton is an offensive-minded genius. Do you get rid of Russell Wilson? Do you get rid of... What do you do? I don't know. I don't know. I'm still kind of at a loss for words when it comes to the Denver Broncos. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. I'd say blow up the team, have Sean find the key players that he wants, and go from there. Please like and subscribe. That is it. I am out.